Daily sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the
22. Your body is acting now. Your mind is out of bounds. It's telling you back it up. Check about thoughts and memories that's happening now. Overseas.
Right to the air goes Nix. He'll swing this out to Harvey. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 49. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a back cover. Oh, he just stuck out there, and he just got a nice first down there.
What we like to say, get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. The Broncos at 500 and 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. They're back home after flying to and losing in London last weekend.
And you and I both know, always a tough travel week with all the distractions. And you'd love to have the week off afterward, but that's not the case here. At the very least, you know they're happy to be back in their own building. But that was certainly not a trip to remember. A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Harvey now on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You talk about this Giant defense. They're slightly better than average against the run, number 14 of the NFL.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance. As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Almost set.
To throw is Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 25-yard line. A big third down pickup of 20 yards. Nix to the air. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Nix looking to throw again. Man over the middle, and it's complete. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal.
Ready.
He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Brings up second and goal at the Giants' 3-yard line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Almost set. Ready. To the right. Olay, olay, olay. Olay, olay, olay.
Harvey will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
What's good on the extra point? And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, wants to kick it off. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start with a run by Tracy. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Tracy going to get it on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Now 2nd and 9. Here's Wilson. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 37. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 37-yard line. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Broncos' 31-yard line.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 4. In motion, Slayton. Right back to Tracy. And it'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. There's a short one caught by Johnson.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. They work now on 2nd and 9. Here's Wilson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he is caught. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Wan'Dale Robinson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. These two teams all tied after one. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And able to get this out to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Nick's going to give to Hardy. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
To throw, here's Nix. A short throw to Ingram.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'll guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Throwing Nix. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Bobby Okereke running in and bringing him down.
One of the league's best linebackers, he ended that play almost before it began, and the running back absolutely overmatched no matter what he tried to do.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Captain.
Here's Nix. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harvey. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Hold on, son. Ready.
Now it's Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Broncos first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. That'll be complete to Harvey. And all the way home for a Broncos score. R.J. Harvey. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. He's still barreling through. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. So here's a 3rd and 14. Wilson. Robinson's got it. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot, if that's what they want to do.
So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Cam Scatterbury with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Giants take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Gano the extra point. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. A good-looking return set up here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in. They just got to throw this one away.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Nix. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
For the Denver Broncos. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ready. Ready.
Back to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sutton. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Second down and 8.
Almost set. Ready. Ready. Captain.
Back to the air with Nix. Throw left side complete. That's Harvey. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Bombers. Almost set. Ready.
Working out of the gun is Nix. And he fires one, but incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment, takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Giants are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's a 2nd and 5. Throwing is Wilson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He's got Slayton on the slant. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Wilson to throw. Once again, he finds Slayton. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good look at the end of that one.
10 yards on the pickup.
Throwing again here, Wilson. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Well, the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Hands it off out of the gun. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 57 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 37-yard line. A quick throw out wide caught by Robinson. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. From the shotgun, Wilson. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
2nd and 9. Nix from the shotgun. He'll swing this out to Harvey. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
To throw is Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's gotten it incomplete. 2nd catch for him today, and they'll wind up a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Out of the gun, a run with Harvey. And a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 16 yards. A little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Ready. Ready. Return. Joe.
Nix to the air. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the gun on third down. Nix. And that will be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and we will remain tied here in this third quarter.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. That's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Well, we all know possessions are crucial in a tie game, and let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. To throw is Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Had the pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Captain. Hold on a sec. Ready.
To throw, here's Nix. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one as a receiver is got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. And it is caught. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion.
That's good for a Denver Broncos.
Up the middle, it's Harvey. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 39. Here's second down and 7.
Oh, my son! Hey! Hey, my son! Mike 44.
Here's Nix. The pass complete to Ingram on the crossing route. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 17-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
Oh, my son!
Throwing Nix. And that is incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Ready!
Now it's Nix. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harvey. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in coverage.
Abdul Carter in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man.
For the field goal, a 41-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
That was a really nice run there to bring up third and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be first and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
On the give, it's Harvey. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. See the athleticism there of Brian Burns stopping him behind the line. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Over the middle, complete. It's Franklin. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 40. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, right at the 40. They run straight ahead with Harvey. Down to about the 37. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Back to throw. Nix. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
That's another Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Out of the gun, they go with Harvey. Only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here's a 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Nix. Throw left side complete. That's Harvey. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
That's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and he wanted to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape for the 1st and goal.
Captain.
They'll go. Here's Harvey. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. R.J. Harvey. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Broncos are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Looks good on the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Giants 14.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jahdae Barron. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. He was trying to turn the corner, but he will go nowhere. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. J.K. Dobbins with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Lutz with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 70 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Now Wilson. Here's Johnson with a reception. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
In a game that hasn't gone your way, you got thrown in the end zone at every opportunity and hopefully climb back in as much as possible. He put way too much on that throw, though, and that shot ends up with nothing.
Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Malik Neighbors from 19 yards away. And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. Wilson going to throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
22.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a camera on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. But, Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf. And today, that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
So for the Broncos, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.